I'm back again. Been kind of dreading doing these videos, but I get a lot of comments and a lot of people find me in the game and send me good words. And we actually ran into a bunch of fans in the last SVS, which actually kind of hurt me because they had me pegged before we started, and they're like, "Oh, we know who you are. We're not touching you." That's not exactly what they said, but it was like, "Are you Jedi Temple?" And the first thing I said, I didn't answer the first one, and I got a few more, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try it and be like, yeah, it's me, but I'm doing these videos to help you. If you don't hit me, then it's kind of like not helping me for me helping you. Why don't you guys take some swings at me and see if you can get onto my YouTube channel, and maybe we'll all learn something. And they were going to kill us anyways, right? They were way ahead, and they still wouldn't hit me. But until later, I got some reports to show you, and they're quite interesting. They are hits I took without my subsidies, and I did much better than I thought. Not that I did well. We'll get into that. So I'm not playing a lot these days, to be honest. I'm just, during the week is a grind. I didn't even do that hunt for, I don't even remember what it's called. It's gone now, I'm sure. The Hunt's Invasion. Oh, is it just reset every day? I haven't done one yet. I tried to get into one yesterday when I was at work, and I didn't understand the queue. I was going to watch like a Red Evony has a tutorial on it. I just don't have a lot of time, and there's so many stupid events in this game. I mean, I'm busy making a ton of money in crypto, and it's a lot of fun. I don't want to spend that time that I'm making money on a game to learn all this stuff. It would take you 4 hours a week just to learn these events, not play them, just to learn them and read all the garbage in them. I mean, so I went in here. You guys don't have to comment and tell me how to do it. I tried to click on the nightmare version, and then it just went in that queue, and everybody kept leaving the queue. And I'm like, well, I'll just stay in a queue and see if I get in on my own. And then it never loaded me in, and I'm just like, forget it. I got better things to do in my life. So I'm not playing a lot. I set an alarm for BOC and BOG. I call them Balk and Bog. I don't know what anybody else calls them that. Perhaps it's common. But so there's that. I'm also doing a new diet, the carnivore diet. I'm only 210 pounds, but I wouldn't mind losing a little bit. And I have a buddy that's on it, and his energy level's through the roof. And I've learned actually how healthy the diet is. It sounds like it would give you an instant heart attack. But so the start of that diet really dragged me down for a few days. But here I'm back. And before we get too far into that, let's take a look at crypto. Do you guys remember when I told you to buy some crypto? I mean, it was months ago. Let's just take a look at Bitcoin. Let's say it was at least 3 months ago. That put the price around $42,000. It's at $68,000 now. There's not too many stocks that'll give you this kind of performance. And what is driving Bitcoin right now, the United States approved ETFs for Bitcoins, which means an exchange traded fund is like when you buy instead of a mutual fund where you would buy like the S&P, and you get a blend of all these stocks, and then you would match the performance of that. That's a mutual fund. An ETF is an exchange traded fund, and that would be a way to buy a commodity like gold or wheat or whatever, something that's regulated by the United States, and that deems Bitcoin like, I don't want to say legal tender, because you don't really buy Bitcoin so that you can spend it when you go to the store or buy a car. You buy it as a store of value, and that just confirms that it's a store of value everywhere. That's not the true driver. The true driver is April 18th. There will be a halvening, and that means that the miners that are approving the ledger of Bitcoin. See, this is already going too long. This isn't why you're here. Do your own research. This is my portfolio, my top cryptos. Bitcoin is like 70% my portfolio. Solana is the second one there. That's probably make up some, well, I think I can show you. Solana is about 14%.
and Ethereum is the second one at about 6%. Those are pretty stable for crypto. Those are pretty stable. And then the others are just kind of like, I don't want to say lottery coins, but ones that have done really well for me. Some of them I actually mine at home, which that's another video. Let's get back to why you're here. I just got to put my plug in there. If I'm going to plug crypto, I should plug my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, too, first. You know, he's first and foremost over all this stuff. So, back to the game. Yeah, I just play SVS and then BOG and whatnot. But I will say, I tried to make 3 videos on botting, and each one I had recording issues because the screen record that you use cuts in and out every time you change screens, which is weird to me. The first one, I did like an hour and 20-minute video. It recorded it all, but it captured only the one view of like an Android emulator, and it wouldn't let me show you all the stuff I tried to show. So I wasted all that time, and then I tried it 2 more times, and it actually stopped recording. And it just made me want to slam my head against the wall. And I've been that was all since the last video. So where I'm going with this is, if you're not botting, you have a job to do with this game. I go to bed. This thing joins rallies for me. I mean, let's see how many rallies it joined in the last couple hours. I haven't been on. Let me think here before I lie to you. I don't think I've logged into the game for, what is it now? 5 o'clock my time. BOG probably ended around 11 o'clock. So 6 hours. And this thing joined 141 rallies for me. That's assuming I killed a troop in every rally, and I don't know that I do. I'm pretty sure I do. That's not where I wanted to go. So, I mean, you see I lost 2 power. That just means there's one where I didn't lose a power. So I did get more than 141, but probably not more than 150. Yeah, you can see every now and then. So the reason I send a ground troop is if the bot sends more marches than I have presets, then it'll just kill that troop, and I won't have to have a return march. If you send one T1 ground, if you send a T1 mounted troop, they march back, and you got to wait for your march. So these are my presets. I do these first 4 all monsters just to give me the best double drop, and then the stamina reduction. That's why I have this guy in here now. For stamina reduction, I powered them all the way up. And you get some stamina, like 10% reduction. March speed is cool too. So if you're not botting, I'll just tell you what the bot does. The bot comes in here. It does the stupid patrol thing, which is the dumbest thing in the world, to sit there and waste my time waiting for that. It does not, or I don't have it set up to go in the black market, so I have to come in here and buy 3 items every day. But it will go in and do your taxes for you. I wake up, my taxes are done. I think I have it set to donate 3 to the altar so that I don't have to do that every day. It actually goes into your, whatever these ladies are called, and taps their cooter for you, and then also greets them for you. I mean, that stuff's all done. It goes in and does the levy for you. Yeah, you're getting the point, right? So I do have to come in here, and when I do my activity, I don't know that I've done them all today. I have not. I'll have to train troops and gather. I'm just trying to tell you, and I don't have it set up to cultivate, but it'll also it'll do the Wheel of Fortune. It will do your gem combining. Your monsters will be done. I mean, I'm usually at 80 points at least when I wake up. Maybe more. So my point is, it does all this stuff for you, and you don't have to have the job of, my gosh, I got to log in. You got to have a life too, right? Your family probably at least wants you to look towards them when they're talking. You know, there's just stuff to do. My farms which, yes, I have farms, Evony. They are set up to gather 90% of the time. Obviously, you can't do it during SVS, but they will just go and automatically just find tiles for you. You can tell it to only pick one resource. Like, let's just say you're massively short of ore, or I used to be massively short of food, and then it was wood. Now it's ore again. It'll just scroll through. You can tell it not to pick any tiles less than like 14. It seems to still take smaller tiles for me from time to time, but regardless, it's gathering 4 or 5 marches 24/7. So I would recommend you getting into it. I tried to do a video to show you my setup. Trust me, I got 5 hours into it and I'll never get back. So you can see I don't want to play this damn game, but here I'm, trying to make videos for you. So let's get into the reports. So what happened in this SVS is they didn't want to touch me. They were hitting other people that were a lot bigger than me, which kind of, it is what it is. What I ended up doing is I ended up having to make some siege attacks to get my points, and I was actually really happy with my siege. I've been really happy, and my siege sucks. So, skipping around on you, let's look at my siege general. No stars on my siege general. I saved my stars for my duty officers. I've got 1 specialty done, but what I did do, I don't know if it's different from other people. I feel like it is. With siege, your siege sits back and shoots over everybody, and it targets their siege. And likewise, their siege is going to target your siege. But being the attacker, you get the first move advantage. You get to hit first before all your troops get wiped out. So knowing that, siege attack is extremely easy to debuff. Everybody can debuff your siege attack. What I did for my gear, and you can see it's not that special a gear. What I did is I actually rolled attack numbers instead of percentages. The other reason why is when I send a full march of, like, say, mounted troops, it's going to be around 300 million power. I'm only sending T11 and T10 troops. I probably should be sending another tier, but I want I'd send all of my T11s. And the reason being is now I'm only sending 84 million power, and I can attack their siege before they get to attack back. And I'm often getting more points than I lose. Now, I'll show you some reports where I was wrong. It didn't work. There is, and you can see I don't even have a dragon. I got, where is he? Whatever. I got this clown on there. So I don't even get refines on my dragon, which I think would be enormously helpful. So I'm hitting without a dragon. I would like to get another dragon in order to do that. I didn't think I ever needed one, but apparently I do. So let's look at the reports. Now that you know a little bit of the backstory, I had to go in and take some swings. Well, here, let's take a look. This is when we were not Bob. You can see this guy is 1.7 billion power. I lost on this power exchange. I don't think I lost on all of them against this guy, but I really enjoyed killing 9 million or 900,000 of his troops versus 400,000 of mine. And when you're just out to get somebody, I can take my losses. I'll heal them, but it made them bubble. I enjoyed it. So there's another one. Same thing. I did lose that one. But let's get into the SVS. This is where SVS starts. Defenses. 1. Are my subsidies here? So that's the other thing. It's because they wouldn't hit me. I put Shajar on the wall just to be like, come on, let's play. I just want to get my chests and get my blood of heirs and whatever else you get, the gems. Just hit me. I'll take a loss. Fine. So he hit me when my subs were out. You can see there's no subsidies for me. And I had Shajar on the wall. And I did barely lose this power exchange. But I'm not sure if I lost on points, but just because I'm not sure. I thought my negative points didn't get any worse at that point. I was positive, but I don't think it went down. So let's see. Because he hit me with my subs out, it looks like I deleted a report that my first hit. Let's see what happened on this one. So here I sent my 84 million power, and I took out 101 million. This guy's 4.5 billion power. And I don't even have that great of a siege march. So there's a reason why all these bigs are using siege to hit other bigs, because you don't have to get through their ground to get to their points. If I was sending a ground march, I can't kill their range or siege until I get through their ground, except for siege. I can get there and I can shoot over them. So as you can see, I've been loving this siege thing. So here's a dud. This guy was only 2.1 billion, and it wasn't that great. I'm trying to decide how deep I should go into these reports. Let's just go back a report. Let's look at the troop boss. So he's going to look at mine, and he's going to be like, this clown only has 1,000 siege attack, but the numbers are hidden because this doesn't show your flat numbers. This only shows you your percentages. So if somebody hits you and they don't have good stats in siege, it might be because they're doing what I'm doing and they have numbers instead of percentages. So you can't always judge a whole lot by this. Same thing for my defense. You're going to see my stats or somebody else's stats, and you're going to think they suck. It doesn't matter if they got a bunch of flat mounted stuff for their T1 troops. If they got a bunch of flat refines, that's basically what it's going to be. So we'll look at the battle details. Let's see how built he was. He was 4.5 billion power, and the reason I wanted to hit him is because I looked through and I saw which siege he had available. I think this is like my second hit on him because he doesn't have any siege and a T13. And he had barely any T12, so he had 700,000 T12. I killed most of them, or I killed all of them. And I didn't send many 12s. I sent mostly 11s, and I barely touched his 11s. I mean, I killed 778,000 of them. So when I saw this report, I'm sure I hit him again if he didn't bubble, because I saw that there were more siege for me to hit. But I probably had to scatter back after I got hit without my subsidies. I probably panicked. So by the time I came back, he was covered, but I'll just scroll down. You can see sometimes you'll hit the lower siege after you clear out a different level, but doesn't look like I did in this one. So just want to let you guys see his build. Now we'll take a look at the one that I didn't do so well. He was only 2.1 billion. Let's see what kind of troops they got. Well, that's the boss. Do we care about that? He's got a good siege attack. Let's see what he had. So he had, I didn't even touch his T14s. This guy must have clearly been a trap. I didn't even touch his T13s, which isn't crazy to expect that because I'm just sending T11s. Killed 100,000 of his 12s, 165,000 of his 11s. That's disappointing. That's why I lost the power exchange. I must have attacked some lower siege down here that wasted my turn. Yeah, I killed all of his T4 siege. That's what they targeted. That's weird. That must have meant I was out of range, and that's the only thing that I could reach. That's disappointing. That's probably where that range, what is it called? Let's take a look again at my general. There were a couple of comments where people said this doesn't matter, and I disagree. Siege machine attack range, the fourth stat down is 15%. If I could get some more of that range. Where else do I get that? You get that from somewhere else, too. I don't think it's a dragon. Maybe it's somewhere in the research. I know you can get that somewhere else as well. But my memory is failing me. So anyways, that one didn't go so well against Claw. Let's see, here's another defensive report. I did win this one. Oh, it was a rally. So they did actually rally me. And I had no subsidies. Huh. So I do remember this. I was out attacking, and I didn't even know they had a rally on me, and they launched it immediately. So either my subs were out or I suicided them all, but it was all within instance of me sending out my troops. So I didn't even have all my troops home. Probably had my siege out, and my siege does a lot of killing. Let's see how few siege I have. That would answer that question. I bet I was out hitting that Claw dude. Let's see where my T11 siege are. Yeah, there was nothing home. So I'm going to guess my troops did get home without the subsidies alive, just because I still had some troops remaining. I still had 150,000 T11 and then some T10. So my March probably came back, but my subsidies were dead anyways. So I'm very happy with this report. 450 million points to my 196 million without subsidies and Shajar on the wall. I'm pretty happy with that. So let's look at my troop buffs at home. If I know you guys like that stuff. My range attack is 1,400%. That's not too bad for defense, and my siege is 17. You can see why I'm getting some killing done. You can see how low my debuffs are without my subsidies home. I don't know, we want to take a look at that and compare it to a real report? Yeah, let's do that. So all I'm looking at are these numbers over here. Shrink that down. We'll save that, and then I'm going to try to find a recent defense. And this is a rally, so that'll be a good example. And we're just looking at debuffs, so it's significant. Pretty significant. All right, so go to photos. So this is my, with my subsidies, I'm getting, like 1,300 siege debuff. And that drops down to 3,000 or 300. So that's almost exactly 1,000 that I'm missing there. Not getting too much defense and HP on my siege. They always say that's hard to debuff, but I don't think there's a lot there to debuff on siege. They're pretty weak units other than their attack. Let's start at the top. Ground attack, 718, 830, 1350. So, I mean, you're seeing a big difference. I don't need to read these all off. So my subsidies are debuffing quite a bit. All right, so we'll move on. Where am I here? So let's see here. Did I do another siege bomb? Yeah, that was a dud. I don't know that this wasn't siege. I just saw somebody with lower power, and I needed to get my damn points. So I'm sure I scouted them and went anyways. What did he have? He didn't have much of anything for me to kill. And how many T1 did he have? 125,000 or 125 million T1, so it probably made me feel a little more confident. Looks like I probably sent range, I would have to guess. Yeah, I sent range. So that was a dud. Nothing to learn there. Man, I shouldn't be showing you guys these. What did I do here? Oh, I killed his reinforcements. So when I went, I didn't know he had reinforcements. I ended up getting 113 million. I still lost this one, but Yeah, not a good report, but I just wanted to play. So then, on defense, looks like somebody finally hit me. Nothing to see here. Typical report. 1500 range. Nothing spectacular. And here's one where I tried to hit somebody. It was 3.1 billion, and that didn't go so well. But I mean, if I would have sent a regular troop march and not siege, I would have lost a lot more power. So it something to be had about this stuff. Looks like they hit me at near the end of SVS, so I was just glad that they were willing to play. I think I gave them some points by hitting them, so they probably hit me back. Felt bad for me, I'm not sure. But they sent a siege bomb at me, so this would be the inverse. They lost 103 million power, and I lost 33. So he was trying to do the same thing back to me that I was doing to them. So that gives you an idea. I did have some battlefields that I doubt they actually hit me. Oh, they hit me. Just to show you a few more attacks that I may have lost here. Where are we? This is today, March 9th. Pretty active. Usually I don't get this many reports, but I don't think I went through them and deleted them all. Here's an attack that I lost. Dang. I guess I need to go and delete. I'm just going to delete and get rid of stuff that I haven't read yet, because I usually automatically save my battle reports. So, all right. Attacks. I'm trying to find my earliest attacks. Oh, this is Wednesday. We could take a look at some of these from Wednesday. I did get a lot of siege bombs in here. I just kept healing and doing it because I was winning points. I guess I kept doing it. That's not that great. That was kind of a break even. Let's see here. Same thing. So here's the siege bomb. That's probably not even a siege bomb. I shouldn't be losing 150 million power. Let's take a look here. What did I send? Looks like I sent range. So you don't need to see my range reports, right? You just want to see some examples. Here's a siege bomb that went bad. There's more bad ones here than I thought. I know I was doing well earlier. These aren't siege bombs. There's a siege bomb. Almost a break even. This guy, here's the one I probably hit him a bunch of times. Marion, because I was winning, and it was a siege bomb. I don't think you guys need to see my buffs, do you? I'll just proof that it was a T11 siege bomb, and I'm just sending 101.6 million, and then as many T10 as I can send. So that's Marion, whatever his name is, and I hit him once. I'm probably going to have a bunch more. Twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times to get me into first place. So nobody else was fighting. Everybody was just going for the stupid buildings, which is another waste of my time. Just one troop buildings and try to hold them. So that's that. Today... this is a siege bomb. This guy's 1.5 million or billion, and you can see good results. So give it a whack. Refining is expensive, so I mean you kind of got to commit if you're gonna. Well, we'll go back to my hero here, or general, I should say. There's two. The weapon and the bracers. You can do the flat refines for siege machine attack. The other items just give you like HP and defense. I just take whatever I get cheaply. So I haven't really done a lot on these. That one's not too bad. But, I mean, I don't think I'm trying to survive for a second turn. My big hit is in my first turn advantage. Boom, let's see if I can kill more than they can kill back or more than I send, right? So I'm not trying to survive for a second round. They're going to kill me, especially if they're 4.5 billion. So spend your gems on the weapon and the bracers. I did get a new weapon from that event during the week where you kill the Alliance boss. I did get an American sword. So I'll have to look into that and see if it's worth it. It looked like the buffs are pretty good for siege and range, but I should be able to get better refines, higher mount refines, because that would be a civ gear, but I don't want to spend. I mean, it would literally cost me probably 500 to 700,000 gems. Maybe I'm overestimating it just to get those buffs back on a different piece of gear, but I'm sure I will because I'm having a lot of fun. I'm going to have to star up my siege general. Like I said, it's fun. And the reason I picked this siege general, he's not the best, but he's close to the best. But whatever buffs I get with him, they're going to be all-time because it's whenever the general's leading the army, meaning I can reinforce people with siege. And reinforcing with siege is always great unless they're hitting you with siege. Then they will just miss everybody's troops and just kill your siege. So when you can, reinforce with siege, but you're not going to have a good day if somebody's hitting with siege. And the battles that I deal with, most people don't hit with siege. So my point is the general will have his stats no matter where you are. If you're on a tile, in a temple, reinforcing somebody, if you're on defense or offense, this siege general works. Where most siege generals, it's when attacking or whatever it is. So, all right. I think that's about it. That's long enough for now. These videos take hours to download sometimes, so to get them up to the cyberspace. So other than that, I guess send me more comments. Let me know if you want to know more about crypto or my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, or if you want to see more videos on Evony and botting and all that other kind of jazz. Other than that, I'm cutting out right here.